Oops, sorry. I'm trying to get this stupid comment off my screen on my phone so I can zoom out because I think I'm a little too close. This is really difficult. It's not letting me. So hold on, hold on just a second. Yeah, it is not letting me. Hold on just a second. I am going to try to figure it out. And I gotta get you guys all straight. It's Monday, no, Tuesday. It is Tuesday, November 7th. It's my son's birthday today. He is 33 years old. So I'm not dating myself. But anyway, I wish him a happy birthday. I just got a message from his wife, my daughter-in-law. Just sent me 2 pictures. I told him today I would connect with him a little bit later tonight after my live, so he knows I'm doing a live. So my table's still really crooked, and I see that maybe I am not close enough. So let me just wait for my laptop to catch up. It looks like it's really hard. I just really don't like that the laptop is always behind. So just bear with me so I can catch up here. Okay, so it looks like there's 4 of you watching. If you could just let me know that you can hear me, that would be great. And everything looks fine. That way I know it's good on your side, because on my side, you just never know. And then once I hear from you, I will get started. Today's video could go a while. My plan is to actually do a tutorial again without a live, so you can get step-by-step instructions, but this is going to be kind of on the fly. So we can hear you, but you might want to zoom in. Yeah, you know, I've been trying, and okay, it won't let me. So let me just try to bring my mount down. And sorry if it's gonna, oh gosh. Oh, it's really not great. I'm making you guys sick, I'm sure. Okay. How is that? Is that better? I think it is, but you can see my mount. I'm still going to work on this. Okay, it is better. Okay, thank you so much, Debbie. Okay, so I'm going to do some house cleaning. This is what we're going to make tonight. I'll give you a quick look at it. It's a little notebook holder. I want to give credit to a YouTuber. Her name is Tiffany Crafting Like a Boss McGill. I like this so much. I watched it probably about a month ago, and I really want to get back into craft fair kind of video tutorials because I think they're a lot of fun, and it actually helps me gear up, not towards more craft fairs, but I like to give gifts to my customers, my card club members, my team. So it helps me make things that I can give away. So this is just a prototype. I'm really not happy with parts of it. And I was working on it really late last night, so you can see where I kind of screwed up. And I'll let you see if you can figure it out. Okay, so this is the inked and tiled stamp set. It looks like this. I've used this. It is on my one of the stamps I used for my free ordering offer. So let me just bring that in really quickly. It is right here. So you can earn a free class from me. It started November 1st to the 14th. And you can receive pieces to create, and plus envelopes, of course. I always include envelopes and the inserts to, you know, like on a dark card, even on a light card. Let me just see if I have one. No, actually, I don't. But if I had a card base that was like smoky slate, I would give you an insert for the inside because I don't like writing on the card base itself. We need something in there, very vanilla or basic white. That's just me. So if you order with my host code here, it is in the description box, I hope. I did, oh yeah, I did go there. I had to do that all on my phone, so I'm kind of still learning all this stuff on lives. But if you place a minimum order, less your tax and shipping, I will mail you all the pieces that go with the cards. If your order is $50 or more, I'm going to throw in a package of Basic Rhinestone jewels. They are great. You can use them for any project. And then if your order is $150 or more, don't use the host code because you'll get the Stampin' rewards from Stampin' Up! And I'll also send you the card kits, the rhinestones, and something from my craft room. And it might be what we're making today. So let me go over the cards really quickly. This one here, I use the Fern embossing folder. We made all of these cards last week on our live. So this is one. And then here's this one. We also did this card in my in-person, or this class in my in-person Parks and Recreation class last month. They really liked it. And they're basic on the insides. And then here's the inked and tiled stamp set. I just love this iridescent ribbon. It's just so pretty. And if we do not get the silver and white ribbon for Card Club, I will substitute the iridescent white, just to let you know, because I know some of you that are watching are part of my Card Club. So that's just a little, it's on back order right now, but it's due the week of the 20th, which is the week that I order Card Club supplies. All right, and that's that one. And then, sadly enough, All About Autumn Designer Series paper went on the unorderable, it's done side. So I do have a few pieces left, and I can include them in this. I just love the radiating stitches dies. There's 6 dies in this card, and honestly, it goes together super quick. So love this card. It still falls someplace in the United States. We still have oak leaves on our trees back here in Vermont. So that is my free offering. So let me get that out of the way. I also have my Card Club, and I'm really surprised I haven't received any new registrations for this. It's a gorgeous class, and I don't even remember if I've actually showed it to you or not. So I'm going to show it to you now so you can see it. I might make it online and as a pre-recorded video. But Winter Meadows Designer Series paper, and see, this is the white and silver ribbon. It's just so pretty. And here are the rhinestones. It all goes really nicely together. Again, you'll use whatever Designer Series pattern that you want to make. I just show you how I put together the Card Club. And we're using Christmas, I can't remember what it is. I'm making so many different classes right now. It just kind of like is a blur. So that's card number 1. Card number 2 for Card Club is this one here, Deck the Halls. It's blueberry bushel is your main color. And here's the radiating stitches here on the inside. I stamped this spray in garden green, and here's blueberry bushes. Oops, bushel here. Bushes. All right, and then here is that sparkly kind of, I don't remember the name of it, paper. I will emboss this for you, and you'll get a strip of this too. And then that's how I designed the envelope. Really pretty, goes nicely together. So that's card number 2. Card number 3 uses the deer pattern just because I love it. And this could make an all occasion card as well. You could get rid of the vellum and then, or just cut down the vellum and get rid of all this little spray stuff, and maybe you have a happy birthday or get well or something like that. Could make a masculine card. So Season's Greeting, this is using Pebbled Path, is the main color here. And on the inside, I wrote stamped Merry Christmas, See how I grabbed a piece of scrap from my paper that I had left over. So I kind of coordinated everything together. And then on the, I've never done this, but I didn't know what to use on the envelope. So I took the reverse side and I added it to the envelope flap, and then I stamped Season's Greeting and Pebbled Path ink. I think that looks really nice, even though that the front is kind of like we say naked. When they turn it over, they're going to see this, and I think that's great. And then card number 4 is this one here, and it says Tidings of Comfort and Joy. And pretty, why can't remember this color. It's Pretty Peacock. I want to say Poppy Parade all the time. But anyway, Pretty Peacock and white are the base, you know, the main colors here. I made this little spray over here with Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, and Moody Mauve. And then created this nice little bow here. Added the strip of ribbon here. I use Scallop Contours dies here. Here are the rhinestone basic jewels. You can color those with our Stampin' blends, alcohol-based markers, and those work out great. And then on the inside, To You and Yours, Merry Christmas. I kind of combined a couple of stamps to create this, and that is in Moody Mauve. And then I just found a scrap that works with this card. So that is Card Club, $39 a month. You can stay for 1 month, or you can stay for however long you want. And if you stay 6 consecutive months, I will send you $25 worth of Stampin' Up! Products. And those products are staples in your craft room. They could be a pack of envelopes, paper snips, blocks, adhesives, you know, stuff like that. Oh, and then did you see what I did here on this card? I hope you can see it. On this little spray here, Christmas Classics, that's the stamp set. They have these like little berries things here. I added all these little rhinestones and it sparkles really nice. So just a little added touch there. I don't think I would put cardstock over this when I mailed it. But anyway, this is Card Club. Last day to register is the 20th of the month. So always the 20th. And my link is on my website, inspiredbygraham.com. This one I just finished 2 nights ago. I am going to be marketing it most likely tomorrow. So if you're not on my email list, you need to be so you receive the information. This is going to be my Stamp-A-Stack class. It's in person on December 2nd with my Parks and Rec crew. And it is also going to be a to-go option. I have not priced it as a to-go yet. I am close there. So it's going to be coming out by email. So you will make 12 cards, 2 of each design. And it's so fun, these polar bears. This is the first time I've used the polar bear paper. So these are the cards that I came up with. I used Very Vanilla as your, in this one, I did use white in some other ones, but on this one here, I used Very Vanilla, and I don't know if you can see this, but I actually tore the paper, added Wink of Stella, so you can see this little sparkly part of the snow. These are just cutouts. I fussy cut them out. It's easy to do. And stuck them on with the DSP and some vanilla, and it's good to go. So that's one. You'll make 2. And then this one here is a blue themed card. Again, this one's fussy cut. There's a deckled circle underneath here in vellum. I stamped all of the snowflakes in a combination of Misty Moonlight and Pool Party Night of Navy. Here's the balmy blue ribbon here. You'll get a kind of a strip of it. Not a strip, but enough of it for your card. And then here is a nice little semi bow here. You'll be getting a bunch of this. This is my grandmother's crochet thread. I love to add some of her, you know, supplies into my cards once in a while. And then on the inside, I cut out this polar bear, added them, and stamped the snowflakes up in the corner there. A little boo-boo there. You can put a message in there as well. So that's number 2. Number 3 is a fun fold. I actually tore some more white paper here. It was a deckled rectangle, so it would match around the edges here, and added the Winkostella. This is a stamped bear and used the punch, and then I fussy cut the hat and the scarf, which is it's not that hard to do, you guys. Stamped in Merry Christmas in Mossy Meadow. Stamped the tree, which is really quick. I used a retired punch, this itty bitty punches. It's a star. And then I opened it up. And then I used a scrap piece here. You can use whatever you want. This is a card meant to send to somebody that you don't have a lot to think about or not to write, because there's not a lot of white piece here. And the reason why I did that is because I don't like white over here. I like to fill it in with designer paper. So that's just my personal preference. All right. And I stamped some little snowflakes down here, Misty Moonlight and Navy, and added the rhinestones throughout there in the center. This one's my favorite, Warm Wishes. Again, it's got the star there. There's Winkostella on here. We splatter it on this here so we can see it looks kind of like stars. We use the deckled circles for all 3 of these cutouts. Warm Wishes is stamped in Night of Navy. Here's some more of my grandmother's crochet thread. Night of Navy is a card base. And then on the inside, we've got Merry Christmas. So really like this one too. And then this one is another favorite of mine. Look at 6 cards, you guys. You're going to have instructions as well. I like this one because Christmas is better together. And I thought, well, 2 bears. We have the bear punch, polar bear punch. And you can, it doesn't really matter if you punch them out. You can turn them over so they're looking at each other. And I threw in a heart from the Give It a Whirl dies. And stamped Christmas is better together twice in 2 different colors. And then I just cut them out. And that is in, I used 2 of the designer series paper patterns. On the inside, I just grabbed a scrap here that matches the front. So that's that one. And then the last one here is a very easy card. This is going to be, this is probably going to be one of the patterns that I'm going to be using for the holiday baskets. I am going to be making 350 cards with a group of people. I have 18 volunteers. So that's going to be great. We're going to be doing that in 2 Sundays. So I'm going to use this pattern because it's easy. And then here's my grandmother's crochet thread. This is Misty Moonlight, if you can't tell. Warm Wishes is embossed in white. All right, so there you go. So this is going to be an offering, 12 cards. So you'll have a full pack of the 12 by 12 paper, Berry Christmas it's called, and a full pack of the rhinestones. You'll receive some thread and that balmy blue ribbon too. You'll get enough to make the cards. So this is going to be a fun class. It's an in-person class and to-go option. And I'll have that on my website within the next 24 hours. Okay, so this is what we're making tonight. I will be looking at comments, hopefully, I remember at the end, because I got to really stay focused on this because there's lots of little pieces to this and we're going to go over it. But I'm going to show you how this turned out. Again, this is an idea from Tiffany Crafting Like a Boss McGill on her YouTube channel. And it's a notebook holder. I added some things and I made it my own. So you can tell me what I made. I made this, finish it late last night. So you can see if you can tell where I made a mistake. I think it's a mistake. So, all right. So we use the inked and tiled. So this is right now with a Velcro closure. I'm going to change it up tonight because I don't really like it because it's too strong and I ripped it over here. I first put a big one on and then the smaller one didn't work. So I got to fix that. And then again, this is just a prototype. And then we opened it up. And then we have this right here. So with this, I had to use what I had in my closet for color schemes. I didn't have these little notebooks. They're the spiral notebooks. They look like this. You can get them at this place right here. They're 42 cents. They come 3 in a cello bag. So that comes down to 42 cents each. So I really had to use what I had. I would be very careful next time to coordinate my paper with the pad, with the color of the notebooks. Because I don't have the dies, the gorgeously something dies that have this. And I don't want to take the spiral thing off. So I just cut it straight across. So anyway, this is where I got them. And they are, let's see, how many pieces of paper in there? 3 by 5, 50 ruled sheets each. Okay, so it breaks down to 42 cents. All right, and then I added tags. Tiffany did not have tags, but I thought something needed to go in the pockets. So I created real quick, 2 easy tags. I used the scallop oval punch, and they're the same. So I went with a lighter color on the outside, darker tags, and in the middle, these are like just strips of scraps. I went with the yellow, and then on the front here, these are the countryside corner dies, and I stamped in Lost Lagoon, which is kind of the main color, and Hello Friend here. And then this will slide out like this, okay? On the back side here, I did not add the some cardstock. I'm going to show you how to do that on the project tonight. This is a belly band that we'll put in there. Again, you can, I added this piece here. And if you're selling these at a craft fair, don't forget about the Stampin' Up! Angel Policy. I have one of the Angel Policy stamps. It's not a current one, but I like it because it says one of a kind. And I stamped it right here. It doesn't have to be like really bold. I try to do tone on tone colors. So Calypso Coral with Calypso Coral so it doesn't stand out. I've got it here. That does suffice as a, that does cover the Angel Policy. We have Lost Lagoon ribbon up there, so that all coordinates really nicely. And then on the back side, this is what it looks like on the back side. Okay, so we're going to get started making this. I'm going to go over all the items I have over to the right side to show you what I am using tonight. And I'm going to show you or tell you the sizes of each piece. If you want to jot them down, you can. My goal is to make a template for you, so it will be on my website. I don't know how long that's going to take. I am in the middle of a lot of different things right now, and my care provider gave her 2-week notice today. So you know what? That really stinks. So I don't know. This world, nobody wants to work anymore. Gosh. Okay. So this is my template. Make sure you have a stamp set. If you want to decorate the front, oh, my error. My error was I used cardstock around here, and on here, I die cut some of the DSP. I like the cardstock better because it's not as busy. That's just me and personal preference. Okay, so that was my error, I thought. Okay, Kathleen is here. Hey, Kathleen. Oh, I'm so happy to see your name. Okay, you'll have a stamp set. I love the inked and tile. That's one of my favorites, as you all know. Choose a piece of designer series paper. I chose the inked botanicals because that's what I used last week. And I want to show you how else you can use it. So it was here. And then what I do to pick out colors is I take my DSP, and then on the back side here, it's going to tell you what colors coordinate with the DSP. So we have Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. Plus this one is vanilla. You could use white, I guess, but I think primary color is the vanilla. So then what I do is I fan them out so I can see all of the colors because it's very helpful for me in my old eyes. So we got Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Pool Party, Petal Pink. Oh, wait. That is 2 petal pinks. Hold on, I need a lost. Hold on. Let's see. I'm grabbing my Lost Lagoon. Lost Lagoon. There we go. That's much different. And then here's our vanilla. And then what I do, usually I take a big binder clip, and those are in my other desk. And I just clip this like this so that fan stays like this. Okay. And then I will get out my DSP and I'll figure out on this, I want to have light ones on the outside and dark ones on the inside. You can reverse it where you have a light and a dark. It's totally your call. All right. I'm going to make mine a little bit different so it is the same. This middle piece here is different from the front. Or no, it's not. It's all the same. But I'm going to make it a little bit different where every panel of DSP, it coordinates all the way through. So, yeah, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. So lights and darks. So this one I'm making is going to have a dark on the front. Okay. So keep your strips of your, scraps. So I am going to show you how I kind of would pick this out. So I'm going to go to my favorite pattern that I haven't used yet. Okay. So I would kind of fan these all out like I did with the DSP. This is a combination of 2 packs. Normally I would just have one print of each of the patterns that I have left. But since I have them all kind of here, this is kind of how I am doing it tonight. Okay, so, and I kind of went dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, because it's easier to see it. Okay, so let me move this a little bit closer so you guys can see this. Okay, so for me, a dark, the one I'm going to be making tonight is going to be, this one is in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to grab that one. And then I'm trying to think which I used on the outside. Oh, I used this one. Okay, so this pattern here. And I think I need 2 of these sheets. Okay, so that's kind of how I did it. So I would kind of take it here and just see if I kind of like it. And if I don't, I'll try a different pattern. Now, don't forget, you're going to have a strip in here, and I work on that with my scraps, okay? We try to use our scraps before we cut into a new piece of paper. So these are the ones I'm going to be using tonight, and then I will take all these. And I like to bind, I use a binder clip to keep these all together because it's just easier for me. Okay, so what I have over to my right here, so I've got my DSP picked out, and I'm going to use Lost Lagoon because that's all my ink colors are still out from last night. So I've got Lost Lagoon and my DSP. I have a lot of stuff already cut, so we're going to go through that. Adhesives, I'm going to be using liquid glue. I've got glue dots just in case I need them. I've got tear and tape because we'll need that. Dimensionals I have on here just because, in case I need them, which I will for the tags. All right, so I have those. I have my stamps already mounted on the blocks. And I've got my Angel Policy. And then I took all of my ink pads out that coordinate with the DSP. So I have them all stacked up. And we've got Calypso Coral, Crushed Curry, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. I also picked out Pretty Peacock. Oh gosh, I'm totally off camera. Hold on. Let me just pull this a little bit closer to me. Okay, so Pretty Peacock is not in that color scheme, but it's a darker color and goes with all of these. And that is going to be for the sentiment. Okay, I'm going to be, I don't know what color I'm using. I'm probably going to just use Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock and Crushed Curry. All right, so that's that. I've got my punches, which are the double oval punch. I love this for quick, easy tag making. It's got a scallop and just a regular one. Also, this is totally sold out now. I love my fancy tag topper punch. It was on clearance. I just checked tonight. It's not there anymore. So it's sold out. I still use mine. Okay, I've got something else that I'm going to be using tonight. I'm going to try some ribbon. And I think that's it. Okay, so I'm going to cut this for you. But if you want to jot these down, you can. So I've got a piece of Lost Lagoon that I'm going to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I'm going to cut it down to 10 3/4 by 5 1/4. Then we're going to score it at 3 1/4, 3 3/4, 7 7 1/2. So again, it's 5 1/4 by, or 10 3/4 by 5 1/4, scored at 3 1/4, 3 3/4, 7 7 1/2, and that's going to be your base. Then your panels. You don't have to do it this way, but I chose to put a border around the DSP just because I thought it looked better. So now to do that, you'll need, let's see, you're going to need 4 panels. These are 3 by 5. So one's going to go here and one's going to go here. And it's going to be the same thing on the other side, okay? And then another one, a dark color for the middle, same size, 3 by 5. And then on the back side is going to be just like this, okay? The thing I have not cut yet, and I'll do it when I get my paper trimmer out, is the strips, because I want to know what color is going to go nicely with that. So I am going to get my strips right now, and I'm going to see what's going to go the best. I think a dark Calypso Coral is going to look good, so I'm going to just take this one out, and we'll be using this for the strips. All right, so again, you're going to have 6 panels, 3 by 5, okay? That's easy. It works really good with 6 by 6 paper, by the way. Now, all of those are going to be matted onto vanilla. You need 6 panels of 3 1/8 by 5 1/8. Okay, so that's 3 1/8 by 5 1/8. All right, those are all going to get mounted together. I'm going to paper clip these all together. If you're mass producing, paper clips are going to be your best friend, because you're not going to want to do these one at a time. You're going to want to mass produce, say 5 at a time or 10 at a time. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what else. All right, then we have, maybe you're not going to want to do this, but once you do one, it's really, really easy. You're going to need some DSP, and that's going to be for this here, the cover. We're going to mount it on the vanilla. Okay, so those two are going to go together. And then this 4 1/8 by 2 1/2 are going to be the pockets. This 3 by 4 5/8 is going to be the back of the spiral book. Okay, that's going to support it better. And then we have, for the tags, I cut some Calypso Coral. That's 2 by 4 1/4. And so I have 2 of those. And then I have some DSP that's cut 2 by 4, and I have 2 of those. And I've already punched the scallop ovals out in Calypso Coral and the ovals in Vanilla. So that's all done. I have this, oh, I already did this. 4 strips for this part here, front and back. They're 3 1/8 by 5 1/8, 4 strips. And then for the stamping, I chose the Countryside Corner dies. And I've got vanilla, and I have Lost Lagoon that is part of the color scheme. And then I have my belly band, which is going to be something different on this project. And that is going to be 9 by 3/4 of an inch. This is going to be the thing that is going to be different. Okay, it's going to be my closure. I don't know how it's going to work. So we'll figure that one out as we go. All right, so I'm going to stack all these up over on the side here, and I'm going to show you how to cut the cardstock. All right, so I'm going to just kind of put this over here because that trimmer needs a lot of room. Okay, so let me grab my trimmer. Got that. And let me grab my Lost Lagoon. And the first thing we're going to do, make sure I'm in the picture here. I use this little glass thing I got, I don't know where I got it from, for all my clips. It's small enough, and it doesn't, and my rubber bands also, and my paper clips. It's really handy. I've actually had them for a long time in my crafting closet. Okay, so again, we want this to be 10 3/4. So we're just going to cut off 1/4 of an inch. You can use either this side or this side, whatever works for you. So I'm just going to trim off 1/4 of an inch. This is going to be waste. You don't need that. And then we'll rotate it, and we're going to cut this at 5 1/4. All right. This we will use, so we'll set that aside. Now we're done with the cutting part on this one. Now we're going to score. This one, again, I'll put this over here for me to look at. It's going to be, actually, I do need to extend the arm, sorry. All right, so we need to score this at 3 1/4. These are easy scoring lines, okay? Make sure you're using the scoring blade and not the cutting blade. So we've got 3 1/4 and then 3 3/4. I'm sorry, this table's shaking. And then we go all the way over here to 7. And then 7 1/2. Okay. All right, I don't know if you can see those, but again, it's 5 1/4 by 10 3/4, scored at 3 1/4, 3 3/4, 7 and 7 1/2. Okay, so we'll set that one aside. Now we need to cut, oh boy, I'm going to have to remember how to cut this one in order. Okay, so, all right, let me think. Because I cut these with scraps. Geez, Louise. Oh, I know. Okay, so 4 1/8 and 4 1/8. I hope I get this right. This is from last night, working really late. This could be a disaster, but guess what? I already have them, so we know the right sizes. 4 1/8 and 4 1/8, so we have 2. Then we're going to turn it, and we're going to cut it at 2 1/2. This is going to be your pocket, okay? That one. And then this one is going to be at 2 1/2. Okay. Now we're going to score this one on 3 sides at 1/2 inch. All right, so I'm going to use the right side of my trimmer here and my scoring blade, which is the light one. So 1/2 inch, and we're going to rotate it. And we'll score at 1/2 inch. I must use that cutting blade. And then we're going to turn it. And we are going to score it at 1/2 inch. Okay, so one here, and one here. All right, so again, we're going to do that to the second one. So 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/2 inch. Okay, so again, these are our pockets. Let's see, what else do I need out of this piece? Because I have this. Oh, this is going to be not used. You can use it for, actually, you could use it for the scalloped ovals to complete your tags. All right, these two, she used a kind of a, it was a clasp, kind of a thing that I'll show you. Oh, it's too hard to explain. I'll show you how she closed hers. All right, we are done with everything here. So we're gonna put away, oh wait, I was gonna show you how to cut the DSP, but I think that's pretty basic. I'll show you just how to cut one, because it's really easy. Actually, I already had pulled it out. Okay, so we know we want it to be, what is it? 5 inches. Yes, 5 inches, right? Yes, 5 inches. So 3 by 5. So we're going to take our DSP and we're going to trim it at 5. This is where you're going to get your tiny strips that go in between, okay? Which, again, are these right here, okay? These are good to use. So then we just rotate it and we have 2 pieces of 3 by 5. Okay, so that is going to be your middle on the front and the back side. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to cut this at 5 inches. This is all non-directional paper, so if you're using directional paper, you have to be careful. So we just cut it at 5, and now I'm cutting at 3. So now we have the front 2 panels, and then again, we need to do the same thing. So we cut it at 5 inches. And then rotate it to 3. And so we have our 6, we have 6 panels, 4 of the same, and then 2 that coordinate. All right. And then we have these pieces here that we can use, maybe the opposite side, for the strips that go in the middle. Okay. And they're 3/8 of an inch by 5 1/8. Okay. So those will work, and you need 4 of them, and you've used your entire sheet of DSP. So this is great. I have one already cut for my next one, so I don't have to do part of the cutting. Okay, I think that is everything. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Now we're going to do some burnishing with our bone folder. Bone folder is going to be your best friend in this project. Okay, so we have the score lines here. I'm just going to fold them. I kind of like to fold them first, and then I take my bone folder and then just go back and forth twice. And then I'm going to take the next one and I kind of manually do it, and then bone folder back and forth. Okay, so that one is folding this way. This one's going to fold this way, right? So now we're going to fold it in, and then burnish, and then manually fold it and kind of slightly burnish it, and then use our bone folder. Okay, so now we have this. It's going to go close the right and then the left. My laptop is still spinning, but it looks like I might be reconnected. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. All right. So it looks like I'm good, but on my laptop, it looks a little blurry. I'm so sorry. I don't know. This stupid internet sometimes, I swear. Something's wrong with it. Oh, okay. All right. So we'll go over that again. So I added tear tape and I was using a block to rip it off because I like my edges straight. I don't know. It's just me. So now I'm just taking the bone folder and pressing these down so the adhesive is on that cardstock and stuck on there really good. So now we have to do the same thing. So you're going to see this twice. So if you missed it the first time, guess what? You get to see it again. All right, so I'm going to take my tear tape and bring it all the way over here. And then I'm using my block just to rip it. And then I'm trying again to get this all the way over here, right to the edge of that score line. Take my block and rip it. And then here we go. And then, whoops, rip it. Now we're going to take that bone folder and press. Now, not to lose these, actually, since I have the bone folder, I'm going to burnish. Actually, hold on. We're going to take our snips. We are going to cut this down all the way to this point here, okay? Because we don't need this piece. It is going to get in the way. That's why I didn't go all the way to the edge. So that's kind of what you want. Okay. I'm actually, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to burnish these now because we still need to add the panels of DSP on here. So I'm going to burnish it afterwards. So since we have these here, we can work on this part here. So we have the two panels. Again, they're 3. We're going to go right here, 3 by 1 7/8. And then the DSP is cut 2 7/8 by 1 3/4. So they're going to get mounted together like this and then onto the Lost Lagoon. So this is brand new. And you can choose whatever side. I'm going with the darker side. So my glue is going to come out super fast because it's brand new. All right, so, whoops, oh my goodness. So here we go. It's just going to be a thin border. But I think it looks nice with a border. It kind of breaks up the colors. I should have my silicone craft sheet, but it's on my other desk. All right, now this one gets just layered right on here. Okay, we'll let that one dry. This is going to get really thick, so you do have to spend some time letting it dry. It's probably good that that's why we're doing kind of two of both things. So again, the DSP, this is directional, by the way, this pattern. It's got flowers on it. Okay, so we're going to stick this one right on to the pocket. All right, so I'm going to set these aside over here. You can paper clip them together if you want so you don't lose them. That might be a good idea. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that piece of... Oh, there it is. We're going to work with this one. Okay, so let's bring in our sample over here. And I'm going to get rid of this because we don't need this right now. We are going to work with, oh yeah, that other strip is for the belly band. I totally forgot about that. Okay, so we're going to open this up. Okay, now I'm working on the inside here. Okay, so we have, we would need 3 of the vanillas. Again, these are 3 1/8 by 5 1/8. So 1, 2, 3. It's like a deck of cards. And then we need 1 of the crushed curry and 2 of the floral. Again, Karen's going to paper clip them because that's how she stays organized. Okay, so now we're going to take these and we're going to do the same thing as we just did. Okay, this is an easy step. We'll grab our glue and we add it to the vanilla. So if I was mass producing all of these, what I would have, I probably would do the same step. So I would do a ton of these, you know, have them all like in piles, that type of thing. So, you know, I'm only focused on one thing, and that is putting glue around the edges and a little bit in the middle. And then we're going to layer it on a piece of cardstock. That's all I'm thinking about. And then I'll move on to the other, whatever I need to do next. Okay. Oops, my desk keeps moving. I don't have it locked down to the casters, darn it. Okay, so then this one here, it goes right on the vanilla. Okay, so now we could add these right to the inside, just so that we can get them off our desk. Okay, so what I'll do is now I'm going to look at the patterns and see if I like them one way better than the other. This one here, I don't like it that way, so I'm going to flip it. And I want these 2 flowers down there. Then I'm going to be looking at this one over here. I like darker colors at the bottom, personal preference. So that Calypso Coral, that is dark. So I'm putting that one down there. And then for this one, I'm just going to see what it looks like. There's a white kind of strip down there. I don't know what, that's in the paper, by the way. So I'm just kind of looking. There's more dark colors on this side, so I'm going to go with that. And there's just a little tiny bit of a border, like a 1/16 inch of a border, not very much. So see how easy this is? Once you have everything cut, this is like super easy. Like, don't you think it's easy? You guys let me know, please. I would like to know if you guys think this is like really difficult or it's doable. Okay, so here we go with this one. Now, I have never used one of these holders. I don't know how long it will last, but I can tell you it's very, very sturdy because there's a lot of thickness in this. Okay, because right now there's 1, 2, 3 layers of paper on these 3 sections. Now we're going to take those strips that I've already previously cut, and there were 3/8 of an inch by 5 1/8, 4 strips. I only need 2 of them. And I'm going to just put those away over there so I know where they are. And basically, you can look and see which one you like better. I already know which one I like better. I'm going with a Calypso Coral because you can see it. And so this is kind of have a directional, it's got leaves on it. So we've got to be careful about that. All right, so this will fit right on here. I'm not layering this one, by the way. These little strips are the only pieces that don't have a layer. And what did I just do with the other one? Oh, it's right here. See, it was hidden. I didn't even see it because it was tone on tone. And my eyes are old and they're tired. It's one of those office days today. I was gone from this office, my fun office, to the day job today. All right, so here we go with that. Okay, so this is the inside. So we're going to still work on this one, and then we'll finish up on this side here. Okay. We need the pockets. All right, so we're going to go back to these. Now I'm going to burnish. We're already done burnishing them, but I'm going to re-burnish them. Okay, there's one, and then two. I think this is the hardest part right here, kind of, to get these on. It's the trickiest, but it's not that hard. It's just tricky. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm going to use my piercing tool because this is the easiest way for me to get these off. I'm using the old piercing tool. We have the take your pick tool that replaced this one. All right, so we have the tear tape off. Now you can do one of two things. You can add more glue to here where there's no glue, or leave it as is. I'm going to add just a little bit of glue on the bare spots because I don't want the pockets falling off, and I don't know how long this will last. So basically I'm making it extra strong. Okay, so now we're taking this, and I don't know if I can show you on camera, but I'm going to take this, let me show you with the one, and we're going to put it on here. So this flat piece is going on here. Then we're going to fold it, and then we're going to bring it over just like that. Okay, so again, this part here with the glue goes straight on like that. Fold these in, and then over here. Now, if you're using liquid glue, your hands are going to get sticky. Okay, that's still good. It hasn't dried. So I'm lining it up with the edge of the designer paper. So my eyes are only seeing that vanilla. Now I'm folding it down, and now I'm going to take my bone folder. Now again, we got 3 more layers of paper here. Okay, that's good. Oh, I like the yellow, by the way, or crushed curry. Okay, so that is that. There's a little pocket. We're going to let that dry. And now we'll move over to this one here. So I can't tell. I haven't seen any comments come through. Do you think this is an easy project, or do you see yourself making this? I know some of you watching definitely give away gifts. All right, I'm gonna add some more glue here on the bare spots. Just a tiny bit. You don't need a lot. Okay, again, it's going down. I'm gonna already pre-fold these. This is gonna go straight down. Fold it over. And now it's gonna get burnished with my bone folder really strong. Now I can see that I have a little bit of glue on here. I have a glue eraser, adhesive eraser that I will use. This is an old one with Stampin' Up. They don't sell them anymore, but I know that you can find them online, and it does take off the glue. Okay, so that's almost gone. Because if you don't take this off, it's going to stick when you fold it up, and you don't want that. Okay, so now we have the sides done, and now we need the belly band. The belly band was that strip. Oh shoot, I know what I forgot. This strip here, the one that I said, oh, I don't know what to do with. You need to score that and half an inch. So I'm just going to take my paper trimmer and we're going to score that half of an inch. It was 2 strips. Remember, we had 2 strips left over. This is one of them. That both of them are the same size. And we'll burnish these real quick. And I will add tear and tape. And we'll make sure it's on. Now, if your tear and tape goes over the edge, make sure you roll it back on top. Like mine is going over the edge just a little bit here. So I'm just going to roll it back over. I'm going to take some of that liquid glue and add it. Both sides, because this needs to be on there, because if you don't have this and it falls off, well, your notebook's not going to stick anymore. And also you have to be careful because some spiral books are different from each other. So I have one to show you. This one, I don't even know where I bought this one. This one's got more paper in it, and the spiral is bigger. So that one's bigger, this one's smaller. So you have to be careful where you put that belly band. If you put it down too far down here, well, your notebook is going to go off the edge, okay? Because that belly band is going to come all the way up to here. Let me see if I can show you with that example that I have here. I'll just use this one. So we'll put this in here, slide it in, and see how it goes all the way up to the spiral. So you have to remember that you don't want that little band there too far down, or else your little notebook's going to be showing. Okay, so I put mine about 1/4 inch down from the top, and you don't want that spiral off to the top as well. So it's a little tricky, but oops, of course I got this all yucky. But just take your time with this part. Definitely try it out. So I'm gonna just add that glue. I'm adding this here, and then I've got it here. We're going to burnish and let that dry. Got a little bit of glue there, so I'm just going to wipe that off. I'm grabbing my craft sheet because I don't want my thing to stick. Okay, so now we got to do the other side, right? Very easy, right? I'm going to say, quiz you, what do we do next? We do the same thing, right? So we have our 3 panels, and we have 3 panels here. Take all these sticky notes off, and we're just going to add them with our glue. Now, if you want to do all different designs of the same kind of paper pack, that's perfectly fine. It's your choice. We have lots of different papers. All of our papers coordinate nicely together. So one paper pack, all the sheets are coordinating together. So you could use 6 different designs in this. With the 6x6 packs though, usually we have more than 6 designs, okay? But the 12x12 packs, we do have 6 designs, so you could use a 12x12s and have 1 panel of each design in your notebook holder. Okay, scoot that up there just a little bit. Oh, Debbie, you might want to try this. Well, tomorrow you're coming over, so you can see what it looks like firsthand. All right, so I have these all on here, and we're going to make sure before we put these on that our project is, the top is up here, okay? Because we don't want these on upside down, right? All right, I like to put the middle one on first, just personal preference. Again, make sure you're looking at your pattern and you like it. You know, I like my dark colors on the bottom. I totally actually forgot to look at that first. Now, I know some of you know that I put crafting kits together. So I would be interested in knowing if you'd like to see a crafting kit together that would include designer series paper, cardstock, everything that you see here, and instructions, some ribbon. So you can already have all the supplies. All you need to do is, you know, cut your paper, and kind of just, you decide what you want to use. I supply all the pieces, you know, the papers and everything, and instructions. You have the tutorial, and then you just, I don't know. I've sold quite a few of those Post-it, well, I can't remember what they're called. My list pads, those are all, I haven't created any more kits on those because I just haven't had time. But I do have some of the oh, they're downstairs, but my clipboard kits. They're actually on my website if you want to see what they look like. It's using retired paper, but the paper is really fun. It's got a masculine, kids, and like a feminine pattern. And if you click, it's on the sidebar. So if it says crafting kits, you just click on that, and then it will bring you to the ordering website. And I can ship those very quickly because they're all ready to go. And I think I have like 7 of them. They make really good Christmas presents. Okay, so that is the back side. Okay. So hold on. We need to do the front. We need to do our tags. We need to stamp the angel policy. I'll do that next. So I'm doing tone on tone. That is crushed curry. Okay. There we go. I'm all safe. I'm going to create the tags next because let's just finish this inside here. I'm going to get my glue away. And the tags. The tags are these panels. No, my tags are somewhere. Oh, right here. Okay, these are so super easy to make. I don't make fancy dancy tags. I just make quick and easy tags. Okay. So I've got my DSP, which is 2x4, and my cardstock, which is Clipsal Coral, which is 2x4 1/4. And I've got my fancy tag topper, even though it's a retired tag topper. I still use it every single month. All my projects that I make, any of my kits, my card clubs, my classes, I'll include a little fancy tag because I love to package. Oops, sorry if I'm juggling the camera there. I can't help that. All right, so I'm just punching a hole in both layers. We're done with that. Let me get rid of the scraps. We're going to do some stamping. Finally, right? I'm going to use Clipsal Coral for this part because this is the color of the cardstock. And just a note or dear friend. I'm going to change it up this time. So this one here, I think it'll fit. Hello, friend. I'm going to flip this one over because I didn't stamp as strong as I need to. And that hello didn't come out very well. There we go. Okay, so we're done stamping these two. I'm going to close this up so I don't make a mess. And all we need to do simply is take our glue and we're going to adhere these right on to the scallop ovals. Can you guys tell me if I'm looking at my laptop and it's all super blurry? Is it clear on your side or not? All right, I'm going to take my ribbon scissors. I'm going to cut about 6 inches of the very vanilla ribbon. This is a satin edged ribbon. It's really beautiful. I like to put my ribbon on before I put the like the sentiment on. So I'm just gonna, I thread that through and I'm just gonna grab those two ends and pull very carefully because you don't want to rip the paper. And then we're gonna do that again. So if you're making 100 of these, guess what? I'd make 100 tags. Then I would, you know, stamp 100 times. That way, you know, you get one step done. You know, you can do probably 100 of these if you have enough time over the weekend, or maybe half of them, or get together with some friends. This would be a great project to do with some friends, or family time. You know, Thanksgiving's coming up. That would be really fun to do. All right, we're going to flip those over, and this is probably the only time I'm going to use some dimensionals. And we'll add 2 to each one. And we'll make sure those are pressed down really good. And then I like to take the backings off with my piercing tool because it's super easy. And then we'll just add these. You can, I like to go across. Like that. You can add some embellishments if you want, some rhinestones. I'm going to trim up the tails here. Okay, now we can take our little notebook holder and our tags can go in here. Now we'll bring back in the notebook. Okay, sometimes these are got this little plastic. Sometimes they have paper and sometimes they have writing on them. So this one seems a little flimsy. So what I did was I cut a piece of cardstock that was 3 by 4 and 5/8. I needed to account by the spiral there. And I just put it on. Oh, it's going to be longer than that. Shoot. Hold on just a second. I want my ruler. Because I thought I adjusted for this last night. I did. So, is this the same size? Oh, it needs to be almost 4 7/8. It's 4 3/4 plus, well, if we do 4 3/4, that's going to be better. But it's the back. For this, I don't really care. It's just to make it a little bit stiffer. I'll just grab this pink one because it's right here. This notebook has rounded corners. If you want to round them, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so when we have one side that's stiff, that's going to be going inside. And another thing I didn't do that I just remembered is I need to cut a piece of the DSP, which I did not do. So I got to figure out what color I want to use. And I think I want to use a darker pattern because we don't, I think I'm going to go with the yellow crushed curry. Let me see. Oh, maybe I already cut it. Maybe this is it. I think. Yeah. Okay. It is. I had it already cut. And it's a little bit longer because what we want is we don't want to come up on the short side because then that color, in this instance, hot pink, is going to show. Okay. So, and you could layer this like we did on the 6 panels if you wanted to. I'm just going to add the DSP. And I know it's long. It's long enough. So I'm focusing, on the top part and the edges. I really don't want that pink showing. Then we'll try to open it up here. You might want to take your bone folder and go really slow. Maybe there's some air pockets in there. I'm going to take some scissors that are old and I don't care about the glue getting on them. I'll clean them up another day and I'm just going to cut that DSP off. Again, cut it longer. That way, because some notebooks, they might not be 3 by 5 inches. Okay, so we have that on there. Oh shoot, this is gonna be challenging now because guess what? I might not be able to stamp my flower in Lost Lagoon. We'll have to see. All right, so now I am going to try to stick this in here. It's still a little sticky. Oh boy. Oh shoot, I hope I didn't get that too small. You know, I didn't test it before I put it on here too. Oh no. Oh shoot, I'm not gonna be able to slide that in. Darn it. Okay, well, we pretend that that's in there. That's all I can do right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching. Okay, so we pretend that's in there. I need to fix that belly band. I just need to make it a little bit wider. Okay, so we need to decorate the front, and I've already cut my paper, so it's gonna look like this. You know, I'm gonna stamp in Lost Lagoon. I think that's gonna look perfectly fine. Okay, so let me grab my stamp set and my Lost Lagoon, and I'm using Pretty Peacock for the sentiment. And I will need a piece of scrap paper because we're going to go off the edge when we stamp. Okay, so we got the country corner side dies, and I'm going to ink up with Lost Lagoon ink. This is really easy stamping, and I'm trying to do it with being so far away. That's not too bad. Now I want to fill in this area here where the stem is. So I'm going to grab my Pretty Peacock, which is a darker color. And if you want, you can keep it Hello Friend to be the same as the inside. I like this one too. I wanted to show you an option. This says Just a Note. And I'm going to stamp Just a Note right there. Now you could go with a darker color like Night of Navy. That would still go good. But I like that. Okay, stamping is all done. We'll close this up. And now we will glue this onto the Lost Lagoon. Oh shoot, we should have done the stamping on the other one too. Oh well, that's okay. Okay, so that's on there. And then this is all layering. It's all layering, you guys. It's not that hard. Okay, so I've got equal sides, left and right, and top and bottom. I'll press it down. Okay, so that's done, less that belly band. Now we've got to fix, or we need to do the front. We're almost done. And it's basically going to be the same thing, except for, remember, I was going to do a different closure. Now, this one here is closed with a Velcro. I tried two different Velcro sizes, a larger one, and this is a smaller one. Well, when I close it like this, the bigger one, it was really, they're super strong, so it was really hard to pull this off. And what I thought was over time, it's going to come off, okay? So what I'm going to try tonight is a belly band. I don't know if it's going to work. If it doesn't work, then I'll try something different. I'll go back to that style and try to figure. I don't like to use magnets because you can see magnets through the paper. I just don't like the bump. Something about it I just don't like. So definitely not going to do the magnets. Okay, so I'm going to stamp really quickly again. Sorry about that. I should have just stamped both of them at the same time. And then Just a Note is in Pretty Peacock. Again, you can jazz it up with some rhinestones, color in the rhinestones with some Lost Lagoon, Stampin' Blends markers, and then you have everything coordinating in colors. You could do crushed curry. Okay, so now this is going to get added to the Lost Lagoon. This is where it's going to change. I'm going to change up. I don't know if this step's going to work. It's something I thought of tonight on the fly. So what I thought I would do is take this long piece of cardstock. It's 9 by 3/4 of an inch. And I would create some kind of belly band. So I'm going to wrap this around, not really tight because we need to have it sliding. I want my belly band closure to be, it's going to be covered up by this right here, okay? So I don't want it to go over the edge. So you might have to cut this down depending on what you're using. So I'm just gonna cut that right off. If you want to use tear and tape, you can use tear and tape. Totally up to you. I think I'm going to use liquid glue. I'll just put a little bit on this side and a little bit over here. And again, you don't want it super tight because then you're not going to be able to get this off. You want to match it up and just hold it there. I could have totally have used my bone folder to burnish these two. I think I got maybe a little, no, that slides good. Now, one other thing I wanted to do, because if we put this on here like this, I think that's a little boring. I'm going to add dimensionals, but I thought, wouldn't it really look really nice if we added some of that ribbon? So to do that, I'm going to, because we don't want it to come off, I'm going to try to take this tear and tape and I'm going to wrap it all the way around in the middle. Whoops, I keep moving my table, darn it. Okay, right to where it meets. And rip that off. And then let's take our bone folder and make sure that adhesive is right on that cardstock. Because when we take that backing off, if you don't have it stuck down, then your adhesive is not going to stay on the cardstock. Okay, so we're going to pull this off. And this is where you want your silicone craft sheet so it won't stick to your table. And now I'm going to take the vanilla and I'm going to start here. Again, you got to be careful if your ribbon's got a right and wrong side. And I'm going to wrap it right around. All the way like, oops, got to be careful. Okay, so there. Then we'll snip it off. Oh, I think I'm going to like this better. Oh my gosh, I love the gold. Okay, so it still slides. Now we need to put our dimensionals on because it's going to look better raised up. So we know that we don't want to put them over here, but we want to put them inside there. So what you can do, you can just put this underneath here. Okay, and then your dimensionals. You can use the edge piece here. You can also use the, oh, I don't have them with me. They're over, we have the adhesive strips, which would work really nicely. Or I'm just going to take my dimensionals because that's what I have. And I'm going to add them. And I'm going to probably, and I'm not going to go past where this is. Now that's borderline right there. I'm going to put one in the middle there. I should have started in the middle. So start in the middle. And then here, I'm probably going to put 4 on and we'll see how it goes. Whoops. All right. And then we'll take these off. You know what would look really nice? Oh, I think I might have some. I'm going to go in my embellishment. I just think I remembered what would look really nice. Okay, so you want this in the middle. And I need to eyeball this. I need to go like this because I can't tell. I'm just trying to get it centered. Okay, press that down. It's still sliding. Oh, this is going to look so much nicer. Okay, hold on. I hope I have some. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the brushed brass butterflies. Those, oh, I have some. These are flat and they are going to stick and they're going to stay. Oh, shoot. I love these. They're so pretty. So I'm going to put one there. And they're big and small. So there's different sizes. Again, we're going to go with 3 odd numbers. 1, 2, and let's get this one going this way. Isn't that pretty? And if you really want to jazz it up some more, guess what? You can add your Wink of Stella. And you can brush stroke some of the floral part. Right? You can also splatter too, which I love that technique. And we'll just do this. So that Wink of Stella is being splattered around. So you get that glitter effect, hopefully. That one looks like that one is out. So I thought it didn't look right. Oh, there we go. That one's better. I guess I can throw that one out. Just add that on there. And now we'll tap, splatter it all around. That's good. And I think I like that. So we'll go through the whole thing. But here's the one we just created. This is the one is my prototype. Oh, I gotta clean up this so you can, I don't want it distracting. I think I got everything together on this one. I'm gonna have to go through, make sure all the pieces are here. I do like the belly band. Some people might not like a belly band. They might wanna just go like this and open it up. Perfectly fine. You can do whatever way you want. If you're to do this, if you raise it up, then you're going to need a lot of dimensionals. It could get crushed. I mean, this could get crushed. I would probably just leave this on my desk and not in my purse. But we'll take this right off. And we'll open it up. Here's our little tag on this side. You could put something here if you wanted to. Open it up here. And then here's this one. And then I'm going to fix this. I'm going to just make it a little bit wider. I think I need to go to the edges a little bit more. See that vanilla is showing and it shouldn't be. So I just need to stretch it out a little bit more. I'm going to just, I'll just take that off really carefully and put a new one on there. So just pretend it's on there. So guys, what do you think? I think I love it. Let me see if I can get this one out too. I don't know if I can get these all on my desk so you can see them. If anybody's left watching. Can you see? All right. Yes, Lynn, this is what I was talking about. So the one, my prototype is this one. So when you close it, you close this first and you close this one. I used a larger Velcro and it was too strong. So as you can see, I tried to pull it off and I really destroyed the paper. So then I went with a smaller one, and this one here is, it looks like it's 2/3 of an inch. So I put it together and it still felt too strong. So I don't know what to do. I don't like this. I don't like magnets because you can see the magnets, they kind of pop up under the paper. So that's why I chose the belly band. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this something that you'll try? Do you think I should sell it as a kit? If I sold it as a kit, it would include some DSP, a full pack of DSP, of course, because that's easiest. It would include probably enough to make, I would say 3, 6, 9, 12 of these. It'd include a full bolt of ribbon, I would probably put on some of the brushed brass butterflies because those are really nice. A ribbon, depending on what color scheme, if it's vanilla or if it's white. But I really like this project. Again, I got this idea from Tiffany Crafting Like a Boss McGill. So prototype is this one here. And the one we made together, again, I would get a different color. I'd be careful as to the spirals that I make or buy. And then you could also put something here if you wanted to, totally could. And then we'll close this one up with your belly band. And I think it might be easier if you went from the bottom up because of those tags. So let me just see. Yeah. Just go really slow. There we go. I like that. I like the Velcro. I'm not Velcro, the belly band. Okay, so there's the two different looks. We got the cardstock. This is the DSP. You got the ribbon sticking out, but it's just because that tag is kind of too high. What spiral did you get? So these, I got these, Lynn, from the dollar right here. They're 3 to a pack, 42 cents each. And this is where I purchased them from. There's 50 pages of ruled paper in there. I didn't make these. I bought them. So that's kind of what I would do. I would probably, if I sold it as a kit, I would include 12 of these. Again, DSP, enough cardstock to make 12. Maybe the brushed brass butterflies because they're beautiful. And since I have them out where, actually, I don't know. I got to fix this. This is my prototype. So I'm not going to waste them and put them on here because this one I really can't. I could fix it, but it's a prototype. Any questions before I sign off? It's 8:40 and I got to call my son and wish him a happy 33rd birthday. So let me, again, I'm going to do a different, I'm going to do a step-by-step tutorial on this rather than a live, so it won't be so long. And that way, it can be a little bit faster, for you, and there's not all this chit chat and stuff. So, don't forget about my ordering special. You can get that in the description box. My card club is active until the 20th, which is, these cards here, Season's Greetings, and that's how I design the envelope. I love this one here, the Deck the Halls with Blueberry Bushel, and I use the Brilliant or Radiating Dies. Oh, I love those. Here's a simple one, and with the Christmas trees, Peace on Earth, Merry Christmas on the inside, and then Tidings of Comfort and Joy, with a nice spray of flowers over there in Lost Lagoon. Pretty Peacock, Moody Mauve, and that's that one. Also, I have my, this one will be marketed within the next 24 hours, so make sure you are on my card club, and that is my Stamp-A-Stack. 12 cards, full pack of DSP, and a full pack of the Rhinestone Basic Jewels. I don't have my pricing finished, but my pricing to go, or my to-go ready, is not ready, but my porch pickup is. That's going to be $30. And you can actually take this class with me in person on December 2nd at the Hartford Parks and Rec office. So we'll be making these 12 cards, and Warm Wishes. I love this paper. First time I've used it. And Misty Moonlight. And the stars, I tried to make them all kind of coordinating. That has Wink Stella on it. Christmas is Better Together. We punched out the polar bears. You will get all the die cut pieces. I will, for the to-go, you'll get all the die cut pieces, all the stamped, or not the stamped images, the punched shapes. You can't get the stamped images because I can't I can't do stamped images because that's against policy. However, you'll get the basic white paper to stamp. And then the inside, again, 12 cards total. You'll get the deckled rectangle white, but you will not get the DSP. You'll have to have the deckled rectangles or a circle or do some other shape, maybe a 3x4 if you don't have any circles. Warm wishes. This is my grandmother's crochet thread. Another reason why you should order this class, because you're going to get some of my grandmother's crochet thread, and I'll throw a bunch of it in there because I want to share it with you. This one is sprinkled with Stella. You can't see it, but all this up here looks like shiny stars. Here's our fun fold with a stamped polar bear with a red cap or toque and the scarf. Merry Christmas, star again, and crushed curry. It's a fun fold. And I just used the scrap, what I had left. Stamped the snowflakes. And then here's a fussy cut polar bear with the balmy blue ribbon, which you'll get enough there for 2 cards. Here's some more of that thread from my grandmother. And then I used a little image die cut, or not die cut, but I fussy cut that out. That is so easy to fussy cut, don't be worried. And then this one here is Merry Christmas. And then on the side, I love this paper. It was easy, fun to use. So if you're interested in my Stamp-A-Stack, be on my email list because I'm going to be sending that out in the next 24 hours. And I'm being really careful on this because the DSP at some point most likely will be on low inventory. So I'm going to grab as much as I can. And same with Card Club. So I hope you joined Card Club. It's really fun. It's only $39 a month, and that includes shipping. And also my Stamp-A-Stack. Help me support my business. That would be great. And let me just check and see if there's any other questions, and then I will sign off and call my son here. So a belly band if you glued to back and Velcro front, not a slide off. Back and front. I glue a 3 circle cardstock thick white vinyl where the. Oh, I'm gonna. You know, Lynn, I thought of that. Putting a circle here, which is gonna cover up the boo boo here. It's very close to the edge, and then put it on there. I'm gonna try that and see how that works as well. I'll probably just use vanilla and maybe cover it up with some of that DSP, maybe a coordinating piece like this. And I'll see how that works and I'll let you know. But it doesn't look like there's any other questions. So I'm going to sign off because it's 9:15 and I know his kids are to bed. Grandsons are to bed, hopefully. Okay, so have a great week, and I will try to get a tutorial up to you, uploaded by Saturday. All right, you guys take care and be well, and have a great rest of the week.